Hey guys, this is Dixon from the Math Academy. So, after months of preparation, we are finally ready to launch our first product. For more info about this bundle sales and exclusive offer, feel free to check out the link in our description box. If the link is not working, it means that the offer period is over already. You can still head on to our website to get access to this product. So without further ado, let's continue with our video. Thank you. For step 22, question 1, find the prime numbers between 50 and 60. So the possible choices will actually be 51, 53, 57 and 59. However, 51 and 57 is disqualified because they both can be divided by 3. So we are left with 53 and 59. You can write either one of them into the blank. Question 2, pretty straightforward. Simply type this into your calculator. Okay, then I rounded it up to 3 significant figures. So the answer will actually be 0.839. Whereby for question 3, recurring decimal question, so I set x equals to 0.777 and 10x equals to 7.777. So the difference will be 10x minus x, you get 9x, and the balance will be 7. So for you to identify x value, simply shift the 9 to the other side. Then we have 7 over 9. Question 4, a quadrilateral with only one pair of parallel sides is called, okay, this one I drew it up there, this is called trapezium. Okay, an angle greater than 90 but less than 180, this one is actually called obtuse. So the other two terms that students need to know is like right angle, acute angle, as well as reflex angle. Okay, so these are the things you need to figure out. Question 5. Okay, so for you to find the average speed, you need the total distance and the total time. Okay, total distance here is actually 254, and the time here, okay, since they are the same between Prague and Vienna, okay, so just take and identify their time difference will actually be 4 hours and 30 minutes. So you're required to convert the 30 minutes into hour. So I write a mixed number over at the denominator. So after the calculation, my speed would actually be 56.4. Question 6, pretty straightforward. Run the calculation and you will get f value as 2. Question 7, area of this triangle. So I took the base, multiplied by its height, and multiplied by half. So the answer should be 14.7. And question 8, okay, correct to two significant figures. So 0 is not counted, so I start from 4, 7. So I round up the 8 at the back. So the final answer would be 0.048. And write it in standard form. I calculate how many times I need to shift to get 5.27. So it's actually 3 times, so I write 5.27 multiplied by 10 to the power of -3. Question 9. Find the HCF. Okay, so you stop when they couldn't be divided by the same numbers. So we have 3 and 2, then we stop there. So 3 times 2 is 6. Question 10. Okay, 1 cm to 25,000 cm. 25,000 cm is actually 0.25 kilometer. By taking 25,000 divided by 100 to convert into meters, and divide by 1,000 to convert into kilometers. So 1 cm square would actually be 0.0625 kilometers square. So I take the 33.6 multiplied by 0.0625, I get 2.1 kilometer square. Question 11, pretty straightforward. Okay, your 2 times 2 matrix should be 3003. Question 12, okay, rule of thumb for part A is actually multiply the integers with integers. So we have 5 times 2, we get 10, and the m, since the base is the same, simply add the power up. So 10 m to the power of 5. But for part B, simply take the 8 multiplied by 3, you should get x to the power of 24. Question 13, straightforward as well. I first change the mixed numbers into improper fraction. Okay, then change the divide into multiply by shifting the variables upside down. Okay, run the calculation. I get 21 over 4, which translates into a mixed number of 5, 1 over 4. Question 14. Okay, this is a simultaneous equation. You can just refer to my workings and identify the x and y's value. Question 15, the tricky part here is the word reduction of 12%, and the price that they gave us is the after one. So original times 88% equals to 435.6. Okay, divide it, then you will get 495 as the original price. Question 16. Okay, first thing that I did was to label down each of the line over there. Then I identify the R region. Okay. Then I shade off the unwanted parts. Okay, part B is actually really tricky. Okay, you can't choose like the corners of the shape. You actually need to run manual calculation. Okay, the highest possible value will be when x equals to 2 and y equals to 5. So 2 plus 5, you should get 7. Question 17. For the 2x, I multiply it by x minus 5. For the x plus 3, I multiply it twice, so it becomes x plus 3 squared. Okay, the denominator will be x plus 3 times x minus 5. You run the calculation and get the final results as 3x squared minus 4x plus 9 over x plus 3, x minus 5. Question 18. Okay, so they want you to calculate the height of the remaining bars and they're given you one hint, which is for the group 15 to 25 is 7 cm. So for frequency density, you take the frequency divided by its class interval. So 35 divided by 10 will actually get 3.5, okay, which doesn't translate into 7. So this shows that there is a scale factors involvement. So for you to calculate the scale factor, simply take 7 divided by 3.5, you get 2. So these two here are being multiplied to all of the frequency density calculated for the respective group. So you will get 12.8, 4.4 and 0.8 for the answer. Question 19. So the first thing that I saw is they wanted to have m as the subject. So I shift the m multiplied by p. Okay, I get all the m's variables to one of the side. So I get pm minus m equals to k. Extracted m out of it. Okay, then I get rid of the balance of p minus 1 by shifting it to the denominator side. So my m will be k over p minus 1. For question 20, this is using the quadratic equation, negative b plus minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So a's value will be 3, b is negative 2, c is negative 10. Okay, key it into the calculator and the formula there. You should get your answer as negative 1.52 or 2.19. So, question 21a. Okay, pretty straightforward. I have already shown you the workings at the side. You should be able to identify the shaded area. Okay, so for part B number 1, so the key things here is to narrow down what are the total possibilities here. Okay, to those who grow melons only, the total is actually 16 gardeners, and those who doesn't grow carrot will be 6 plus 3, which is 9. So the probability of it will be 9 over 16. Okay, whereby for section 2, I actually drew it out so that I can better identify what are the range they're referring to. I take 3 plus 6 plus 2 plus 12 and 23, okay, because they wanted M intersect with P, union with everything other than C. So the 2 you must include it, okay, because the final determinant here is the union part. So everything add up will be 46. Question 22, matrix again. Okay, you can just refer to my workings and get the answer. Okay, so let's go into question 23. Okay, as usual, I fill up all the information that I have first. Okay, since they mentioned ABCD is a parallelogram, you should know that AD equals to BC, DC equals to AB. The next thing, let's look at the ratio. AB to BM is actually 1 to 1, which translates that BN is also Q as well, whereby AD to DN is 3, 2. So AD is actually 3 over 5 of AN, and DN is actually 2 over 3 of AN. So to find the AN's total value, simply takes 3 over 5 AN equals to P. AN will actually be 5 over 3 P. So what this means is that since AD is P, so our DN here will be 2 over 3 P. Okay, so the next thing is to solve the first question. They wanted us to find MN. So MN is actually MA plus AN. So our MA is actually negative 2Q, and our AN is 5 over 3P. Alright, so the other thing, let's look at part B. They mentioned about X is the midpoint of MN. So MX is actually half MN, and XN is another half of MN. Okay, so BX itself is actually BM plus MX. So BM itself is Q, and MX is half MN. You run the calculation, you should get 5 over 6P, which this 5 over 6 is the K value. question 24. So first thing that I did was to calculate AC because they wanted the line GA to the base. So you need to have AC's information first, then only you can run the calculation. So AC is using Pythagoras theorem. You should get square root of 373. Okay, and I construct another triangle which goes by GAC. We have GC value at 12, AC as square root 373. Using tangent again, okay, tangent angle GAC equals to 12 over square root 373. After you run the calculation, you should get the final angle's value as 31.9. Lastly, for question 25, triangle A onto triangle B, this is actually a rotation of 90 degrees from the point 1, 0. So how did I identify this 1, 0? I simply estimate where the point is located at, and then use true ruler, and then I line them up and identify at which point the angle is 90 degrees. Okay, then I identify it as 1, 0. Whereby for A to C, it is an enlargement from the point 0, 2 with a scale factor of -2. So I join up the point, okay, which they are corresponding point. I find the intersection 0, 2, and the scale factor is -2 because the image was enlarged and inverted. So hence the negative over there. So this set 22 is somewhere at the middle. Okay, the hardest one is still 23. So if you haven't tried out 23 yet, please go and try it out. Okay, thank you for watching. I wish you all the best for your upcoming examination.